What's up guys, I'm Taylor with TK Disc Golf, and for the fans that were in attendance for the MVP Open, not only did they get to see some amazing golf this past weekend, but they also got some sneak peeks of two new discs coming to MVP. That's right, we're talking about the Simon line and the James Conrad line of discs, so let's dive right in. Starting off with the Conrad line, we're talking about the Detour, of course. In our last video, we talked about the PDGA approved discs that have not seen release dates from MVP, Axiom, or Streamline, and Detour was one of the newest additions to that list. Based on the name, it was pretty easy to put two and two together that this was going to be part of James Conrad's line, but flight numbers were kind of speculation. We got official word though from Eric with MVP. He posted on a comment on Facebook saying that the Detour is actually going to be slotted between the Hex and the uplink, which there's already a pretty big gap there. The Hex is just that awesome, trustworthy laser straight mid with reasonable fade. The uplink is a hyzer flipping machine, but for higher power throws, the uplink will be a little too understable for them for the most part. So seeing that video that Luke Humphreys posted last week, we have this in our video as well, but in his description it said this is James's new mid, and you see him throw this thing on a beautiful hyzer flip up the flat, barely any drift right, barely any fade towards the end, overall a laser straight mid-range across the lake on hole 8. So that was super cool to see, and put some speculations together based on that clip. I was like, yeah, that kind of looks like a beat up Hex, and got official word that that's going to be. Moving on to the Simon line, and it didn't take much of a genius to figure out that the Pixal is going to be his putter for his lineup. The name fits perfectly into that cinematography naming scheme, and they actually had one available at the MVP tent for people to check out. They weren't for sale, but you could at least hold it and feel that it has a nice deep dish feel to it, almost like an anode when you compare the numbers to the anode and the Pixal on the PDGA measuring system. It's very close, just a smidge deeper for the Pixal, so that's going to fit into Simon's liking very well, and he's wanting something that's a little bit straighter than the anode. The anode has a smidge of understability to it, so often case it could drift right on him or not have enough little bit of a bite at the end of the flight. As you know, Simon putted a lot with the P2s, which had the flight numbers 2 speed, 3 glide, 0 turn, and 1 fade. And Eric from MVP, like the Detour from Conrad, also said for the Simon line Pixal that this disc is going to have a pretty deep hand feel and a straight flyer. Now for the exact flight numbers, we're going to have to wait for an official newsletter from MVP once these discs are ready to release, but Eric did say that the Detour will be coming pretty dang soon, so hopefully that means before the end of the year, and the Simon line Pixal will be coming early next year, so I cannot wait to get these in my hands. Obviously this was a quick update video, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe and drop some comments down below with your thoughts on these discs. They sound super awesome, and we'll see you on the next one.